What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. Alright, so we have the new event quest here, the monthly event quest. We have Brawl in the Battlerealm, so we're going to be going over that today for the Uncollected difficulty. And just like the last few, I'm going to be doing the boss fights only. But we did have a new kind of, not really mechanic, but a new kind of thing introduced here for this month where we had kind of mini bosses, which I was kind of surprised about that. So you kind of fight like the same champion no matter what path you took to get to the boss. So that was kind of just a little mini boss thing, so that was kind of interesting. I didn't record those fights, so if like for next month or this theme continues with the mini bosses, let me know if you would like me to include the mini boss fights and the boss fights, if that's something you want to see. There were a few that were kind of annoying this month, so if there's some really difficult mini bosses, I'll probably include them. But anyway, so we're just going to be doing the boss fights only. So we have the first chapter here with Iceman and Gwenpool, and then we're going to be going Stark, Spidey, and Blade, and finally round it off with Aegon and the Champion, which those fights were quite annoying, but if you have the right champion, they seem to be manageable. So anyway, let's just go ahead and hop right into those fights. Alright, so here we are at the first fight here with the Iceman. He has aggressive armor, arc overload, special one is unblockable, and that bubble shield, which was, how many hits? Like 9 after blocking 9 times. The next attack is unblockable. I think that's what it was. Whatever it is, you can see the counter right there. I've already taken 3 hits, and I went in with Iron Man Infinity War here just because he is immune to the cold snap, so I don't have to worry about taking all of that damage at the beginning here that Iceman is known for. But if you don't have Iron Man Infinity War, of course, like Mephisto will still work for just completely negating the cold snap. Then characters like Rogue or someone that can shrug that off would probably be the next best option here, just because that cold snap does so much damage when Iceman is a boss or like a mini boss or anything like that, just because his attack stat is so high. But anyway, we're just chipping away at him with Iron Man. And I saved up for a special 3 because Iceman is immune to Incinerate, so you can't get the Incinerate from the special 2 and then the shock on the special 1. But, oh, I guess I got hit there a few times. But if you use a special 3, you can get that plasma on him right away and get that little bit of extra damage. I mean, it's ticking for 313, so it's nothing too crazy, and it does wear off right there. But it's still, that extra damage is nice, so might as well save up for this special 3, because I don't remember how much shock damage we actually get. So if I use the special 1 here, we'll see, but I think the special 3 is probably the way to go if you're using him. Let's see, what does the shock damage go for? Yeah, 76, it's quite weak, so probably just save up for that special 3. But anyway, Iron Man here isn't having too much difficulty, and also just because of his high armor, he's just really tanky as well. So even though I did get hit a few times there, you can see I'm still at 94% HP, so yeah, he's able to take a hit as well. So yeah, he was just my best option for that fight. So now we're moving on to the Gwenpool, which has power gain, chaos, she's immune to bleed, she's got power reserve, and limber, so very annoying. So that limber is going to prevent you from being able to do the stun lock strategy with Stark Enhanced SpiderMan there. So I'm just going in with magic. I figure I'm just going to power lock here, go with the power control route. But that all power gain applies to both champions, so as you can see here, we're already almost to a special 2. There we go, get our special 2 off, we have our power locked, so now I'm thinking just keep spamming those special 2s and we should be good. But that power gain was so crazy that we got to a special 3 before I could even do anything about it. So yeah, you gotta be kind of careful when you're playing with magic here. And then look at that, she gets freaking unstoppable. Such an annoying thing, and I thought I could get in there, but the limber kicked in, so because I thought she'd be stunned and then I'd be able to go into a special 2 and be able to hit her when the unstoppable wore off, but no, the limber kind of screwed me over there, so down goes magic. And then I just was like, alright, let's just hop in with Blade here and kind of finish this off, so we should be okay even without, or with her immunity to bleed. Blade is still going to be able to do enough damage, and this time I get the unstoppable, so haha. You have to deal with me being unstoppable now, Gwenpool. What are you going to do about that? Yeah, she'll just use a special and get rid of it. But anyway, and look at that. Then she takes back the unstoppable. She's like, no, you're not allowed to have it, and we get punished quite badly. That unstoppable, man, I hate that so much. That really should not be in there as like one of the random effects. It screws you over so badly. But anyway, we stunned her. Yeah, we stunned her right here with the special 3, and boom, we're able to take her out. But yeah, just be very, very careful of that unstoppable. But besides that, it's a pretty straightforward fight if you bring in like a power control champion, which I would definitely recommend because the power gain is crazy for the Gwenpool. So yeah, just bring in a power control champion and be very, very cautious of that unstoppable, and it should be a pretty easy fight for you. Now we're moving on to the Stark Enhanced SpiderMan, which has aggressive regeneration. He's got oscillation, immunity to bleed, arc converter, which is kind of weird. So it's basically strike back, but only if your special does damage to him while his AI, his Stark Enhanced, whatever, the AI system is active. So kind of weird. But yeah, so if you have the AI turned off and you do a special on him, you're good to go, so you don't have to worry about that. And wow, we are taking a lot of damage, but that's because he's in his fury phase right now from the oscillation. He'll be moving to his defensive phase in a second here. And as you can see, the armor on this Stark Spidey is ridiculous. I was doing like 80 damage on a normal or medium attack that did not crit, so you're going to need a very high damage, or not high damage, but a champion that can crit a lot for this fight would probably be the best option. And he has that aggressive, and I just forgot right there about Stark Spidey and his auto evade. I was like, oh, whoops, luckily he didn't punish me for that. But yeah, his aggressive regeneration is making this very difficult, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this with my Stark Spidey just because it is only a 4-star. Maybe if I had a 5-star, I'd be able to out-damage. Well, not out-damage, but be able to do enough damage and bait out specials at the same time, because as you can see here, he plays very defensively as well, which is quite annoying. So I figured I was going to try to go for some good damage here. I used my heavy attack, get rid of his AI, and I just dropped that special 2. And it does do some decent damage, but I've already taken way too much damage, so there's no way I'm going to be able to come back with Stark Spidey here at least. So we're going to have to use another champ. But yeah, so for this fight here, probably a heal block would be really good. Or yeah, probably just heal block, maybe power control. Just remember, of course, do your heavy attack beforehand, because he didn't have Limber. At least I don't remember reading Limber. So you should be able to power control him pretty easily, I would think, because you could parry, get that heavy off, and then use your power control. But I did take Void in as a backup, so Void, of course, is going to be a top option here for Spidey. You're not going to be able to use Archangel just because he is bleed immune, so that's kind of annoying. But Void here, so even if I'm unable to bait out specials, I will just be able to reverse his healing once I start getting all of my debuffs on him. So I'm not too worried about this fight here with Void. I'm pretty confident that Void is going to be able to take out Stark Spidey here. So yeah, just trying to bait out a special, and you can see how defensive this AI is. He finally throws the special, and now we have to deal with the evades right here because he's below 50%, so his chance to evade just goes through the roof apparently, even though it's still only like what, like 12% chance or something when he's below that, or 6%. Yeah, no, it starts at like a 3% and then it goes to like a 6%, I think, when he gets below 50%. But anyway, we've got all of our debuffs on him, so now we can pretty much just wait it out, just let those aggressive regenerations just build up and watch his health just go down because of Void here. And this should be the end of him. Oh no, he's got 2%, one more combo, and down he goes. Yeah, so I think Void is probably the best option here. Besides that, some heal block or power control would be the next best. So now we're moving on to the next fight here. So yeah, get our rewards for completing chapter 1. And now we're moving on to the Blade fight, which has Biohazard Cornered Aspect of Genesis. and heal block on you, so that's kind of annoying. So I brought in Iceman for this fight because I did check the node, of course, beforehand, and yeah, I saw that biohazard, so I'm like, alright, I want a double immune champ here to go in with. So Iceman, he was my option at the time, and yeah, we're already having a little bit of trouble here, but that's because of the cold snap at the beginning there triggering the cornered, so Blade was gaining crazy amounts of power while that was active. So now that the cold snap has worn off, pretty much just going to stick to special 2s. I don't want to have him gaining that much power because that's just really annoying to deal with. And I would prefer to bait out special 1s, but special 2s are okay because you can still dash back at the end there and go in to punish the special 2, whereas the special 1 you can't really punish that one. But yeah, so special 1 though, at least you don't take any damage because you can fully evade it, whereas special 2 you can't fully evade it. At least I don't think you can. But anyway, just gonna go ahead and chip away with the old Iceman here. And now he's got that aspect of Genesis, which I was not careful about, and yeah, it just barely clipped me right there and did that 4% damage needed to take me out. So that's kind of annoying because dash back, but since I was in proximity for that 1 second right there, I took whatever amount of damage that was, like 1% of his max HP or something like that as damage, so that was kind of annoying. But luckily I have the backup plan here with Iron Man. And Iron Man is only bleed immune while he has the armor up, so I figure that should be good enough. As long as I don't attack into his block, I should be okay. So we're going to try to clean up here with Iron Man, just get off that special 1, and I think that was enough, right? Come on, shock damage, kill him please. There we go. Iron Man wrapping this up for us, but yeah, pretty much just any bleed immune champion would work here. Of course, a double immunity is just a little safer, just so you don't have to worry about accidentally block or attacking into block or anything like that, because that poison damage will wreck you very quickly. And now we're moving on to Aegon, and he's got a lot of stuff here. So he's got kind of like the damage cap 3% bubble shield type thing. He's got buffet. He's got backup recovery, so he'll gain some power when he drops below 50%. If that gets canceled out, he gains health. So a lot of annoying stuff. And then his combo, like as his combo goes up, he's gaining different effects and things like that. So yeah, he's just got a lot of annoying stuff, and I'm just reading through some of this stuff and I'm like, oh my god, there's too much stuff here. So annoying. But pretty much when he gets to 30 combos, he can crit on block, and then at 50 hits, was it, or 50 or 100 hits is when your block proficiency goes down. So yeah, once he's at like 50 hit combo or 100 hit combo, whatever it was, I kind of missed that while I was scrolling through. You can pretty much almost get one-shotted when you parry an attack from him, so that is ridiculous. But anyway, we're going in here with Archangel, just because Archangel, get those neurotoxins on him, and basically you will win the game. Shut down his ability accuracy there, so you don't have to worry about the unstoppable whenever he throws a special, so that's good. Along with just the healing that he's going to be getting from Buffet. So yeah, Archangel, just a really good option. I believe I used Archangel for all of the fights when I was clearing him. And some of the fights, I got some really horrible RNG, and I just wasn't getting neurotoxins, and that really hurt the run. So yeah, RNG can still screw you over on this fight quite a bit. If you don't get those neurotoxins, and his combo is just building up because it's taking you too long to get those neurotoxins, you're going to take some insane block damage when you're trying to parry him. Because even just parrying, like, the damage was ridiculous when his combo was starting to go up. I think one parry on my rank 5 Archangel took me down to like 20 or 30% HP just from a parry. So that was pretty ridiculous. But anyway, we're able to take him out. So yeah, definitely Archangel seems like the best option for that fight. If you have to use another champion, I'd probably just go with a high DPS champion, and then you just need to be really good at intercepting, because you don't want to take any block damage. And after he gets to like 50 or 100 hits, whatever it is on his combo meter, you do not want to take any parry damage as well. Anyway, we're fighting the champion now. I was kind of just reading over his stuff here. So he gets a buff against some of the more powerful champions like Blade, Archangel, Corvis, Void, all of those kind of top tier options. And it looks like he gains health kind of similar to Green Goblin, sort of. Like, based on the damage that he's taken, he will regenerate health back based on that. And then when he uses his special one, he regenerates health. And then whenever he goes into his kind of like power mode, or whatever it was called, like Ancestral Fury or something like that, he becomes unstoppable while regenerating, so that was quite annoying. And also, there's something about block proficiency too. I don't remember if it was just decaying from the node or what, but anyway, you take a lot of block damage when you're fighting him, which is quite annoying, because as you can see there, I'm down to half health, and all I did was take like a few blocked hits. And right there, for some reason, I thought his unstoppable was different, because when I was reading the text, it says he goes unstoppable, and he's only unstoppable for basic attacks. And I did not think a heavy attack was considered a basic attack, so I thought I could actually do a heavy attack while he was unstoppable, which I was definitely wrong about that. But you can, of course, do special attacks against him in particular when he's unstoppable. So when he's unstoppable and you do a special attack, it will still stun, knock him back, or do whatever. He's not going to be able to just stand there or guard partway through your special. If you hit him with the special, even if he's unstoppable, it's still going to hit like a normal special would. And I'm using these champs here. Like, I brought in Carnage and X23 because I want to take advantage of gosh, what was that mastery? I can't remember the mastery, but when I have the debuffs on him, it reduces his healing, or reduces the amount that he will heal. Oh gosh, it got hit right there. I don't remember. That was a lot of damage, and I'm pretty sure I blocked or parried there. So either it was a dropped parry, or he just critted through my parry or something, because that was ridiculous. But anyway, going in with Archangel now. Archangel is not going to be a... Well, I mean, he is a good option, but you have to be careful playing Archangel, because he will gain his unstoppable phase like 20% or 30% faster than against other champions. But as you can see, Archangel with his neurotoxins will shut down his ability accuracy, and he will not get the unstoppable. As you can see here, he triggered his primal fury, but no unstoppable. So yeah, so you want to make sure that you have your neurotoxins up, and Archangel is still a very, very good option for this fight, even if he is... And there we go. See, he was unstoppable, but my special 2 still was fine. So Archangel is still a very good option there. That I just played horrible right there. For some reason, I thought he'd be in range of my heavy attack, and I was going to try to do like a heavy counter to his heavy, but that did not work out, and yeah, I paid the price and died. So now it's not looking too good for me to actually clear this, and now I just want to get some practice against just fighting him in general, so I can kind of get used to that unstoppable phase, and just kind of just his animations in general. So special 1 and special 2 are very easy to dodge, so I'm not too worried about that. It's just the regeneration that he gets is quite annoying. And as you can see here, Domino, if she has her unlucky up on the champion here, it can actually cancel out his kind of unstoppable phase and his regeneration there. So if you have unlucky up, Domino is actually a really good option if you can time the unlucky or when you gain a bar power. There's a good chance that she can cancel out his unstoppable phase. It won't happen all the time, but there's a pretty good chance. And if I was able to get a critical bleed right there, I think I would have gotten this fight a lot easier. But as you can see here, I get clipped and she goes down. So Domino, I think, is still a solid option against the champion, but you can't heal block him traditionally with like a regular heal block, so you don't really want to bring in like a heal block champion because it's like specific to his text. If he's a final boss, he's immune to heal block and petrify, so you can't kind of block his healing that way. And Fate Seal as well, so yeah, none of those ways to counter his regeneration will work. So Archangel's Neurotoxin is probably the best way, and I get clipped again with that. I wasn't sure what was going on there. It's like he has extra reach or something, but I was just showing you that because that's my first attempt, and then I came back in with Blade, and I was like, you know what, alright, let's see what Blade can do, because I was going to use Blade just for the bleed, but then I saw that Blade had Danger Sense against him, and I was like, alright, this is going to be what I'm looking for here. A nice, easy takedown. Well, I wouldn't say easy, but when I got that Danger Sense, I was like, I know Blade can do this. So Blade is still looking like one of the best options against him here. There we go, cancel out his unstoppable phase with that time with Danger Sense, so very good. But anyway, that first clear, first attempt, I was just showing you with my whole roster falling to him was just my very first time fighting the champion here without kind of knowing too much about him. And then I was pretty much just going to go back in with, well, my Blade team here, and then also some bleed champions as well to try to get him down. I was going to try to actually just solo him with Domino was kind of the plan, and I was bringing in Blade to, one, help get up to him, but then also to see how Blade would do. And as you can see here, Blade is just doing work, cutting through the champion. So yeah, if you have Blade, definitely a really good option for him. So yeah, don't be put off because he gets that kind of buff against Blade where he triggers this more often, because Blade is still going to be able to shut it down more times than not. And of course his damage with Danger Sense is crazy. So there we go, that was the bosses for this month's event quest. They can be quite annoying if you don't have specific champions in Chapter 3, which is, I hate when they do that. I would like more of mechanics where you can play around it with skill opposed to just needing kind of specific types of champions. But yeah, anyway, that's going to be it for this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.